Hello and welcome to this edition of Carry On Tourism Talks with Explore Houma. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. Very glad to have with us, as always, Miss Gabby Dishman. Gabby, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for having me.
All right. Of course, Gabby's a social media and digital content manager over with Explore Houma. And so we got so many really good things. Fall festivals are just awesome this time of year. So very glad to Explore Houma is so very involved in it.
Absolutely. We are too. And I mean, we're quickly becoming known as one of Louisiana's major festival destinations because of how much we just love to celebrate everything. And I mean, it's really incredible to have such creative locals that put these things on. So it really is a pleasure to work with all the festivals.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it's I get calls from people all over. I've got a gentleman that moved here from Texas. I know his mom. He moved down and he calls me every couple of weeks. Hey, what's coming up? What do we have next? And thankfully, I can pull everything up from Explore Houma and just know what's coming.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. And I love posting about it on social media.
Right.
We keep the calendar updated on our website. So yeah, we have some really awesome ones.
Okay. There's one, the first one coming up soon, the September 19th, 20th, and 21st is Hero Fest. Let's talk a little bit about it.
Absolutely. So that one is pretty incredible because it celebrates our local heroes, our first responders, and it really is great to boost that community spirit. We've got some incredible bands performing. We've got some food, live music, the works. You don't want to miss it. It's really cool.
Yeah, and so like the flyer showed, put it back up, Dwayne. I gotta make sure I'm embarrass you a little bit and make sure the people know that Friday, Saturday, Sunday got great bands: Paper Chase, Thomas Can, Caroline Theriault. Saturday we have Craig Morgan, Kendall Schaefer, Caleb Lapruz, and the Drivers, Lauren Lee Band, Blake D. Hart's, really good stuff. And on Sunday you don't want to miss it. We got the Cane Breakers and Cantina Flies and Tony 8. So really some awesome bands, and it's at the Barry P. Bonvillain Civic Center, and so that's going to be really cool. So, of course, Dwayne, part of Cane Breakers, and they got an all-star cast coming. So,
awesome.
So all of the people that have been in Cane Breakers over the years are all coming. It's going to be
That's
huge.
going to be incredible.
Yes, absolutely. So just really, really cool. And, of course, we're celebrating our first responders, which is a really big deal, so we're excited about that. What's after that? What do we have next?
So we got Twin Fest coming up next.
Right.
So this one is really cool. It's September 27th. Now, they did have to schedule it. So if you remember, whenever I came on for spring and I talked about festivals, this one was in the lineup too. But it is rescheduled. It's definitely happening September 27th. You really want to come out. And it's not just for twins or multiples. It's for family and people who love them. So if you know someone who's a twin, you can come out and celebrate it. It's really cool.
Yeah, and we all know twins, right?
Absolutely.
And again, that one's going to be downtown, so that's exciting, right at the Courthouse Square,
Downtown
as they do it every year. And so thanks for that, Dwayne. We got some more coming up. Let's talk about the Mama Walker.
This one is pretty fun. The Mama Walker, you dress up like Mama. It's basically put your muumuu on, grab your cane, put on that wig, and meet us down here for October 4th in downtown Houma. And it's going to be, it's really fun. It's a really great time. You see everybody dancing in their muumuus.
Right.
We've got some incredible performances. The Dirty Water Blues Band, the Knock New, and the Wild Matis Band. It's going to be really, really incredible. And this one is actually award winning. So at the Louisiana Travel Association's Louis Awards, it won for Event of the Year throughout all of Louisiana.
Wow, so very cool. And again, that's one of the more unique celebrations or festivals that we have, and so it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And again, great bands, as you mentioned. All right, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up. We're going to highlight it a little later, but we got the Bayou Arts Festival, right?
Yep, we got Bayou Arts Festival coming up October 11th in downtown Houma. I'm going to bring on a guest later in our second segment to talk more about that. But it's really fun. You don't want to miss it. It's really a melting pot of cultures coming together.
And that one's free, which is always so very cool. A lot of our festivals, people come in and pay and they help cover their costs and those kinds of things. This one's free.
Yeah,
and that's
which
just
is
really cool.
Amazing.
I like it. I like it.
And for our next one, we've got Rougarou Fest coming up. Yep. It's October 17th through 19th. This one is just iconic. There's no other way to put it. It's a great twist on the Cajun legend. There's a parade, there's costumes, music, food, crafts. It's a really fun time, and it's a whole weekend celebration.
Right.
And if you want to learn more about it, you can go to rougaroufest.org is their website.
Right.
So yeah, that one's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it's won some awards as well.
Yeah,
it's
has.
been highlighted in several magazines, and they do a really, really good job. So Jonathan and that crew always do such a great job. Yeah. And then something a little new. right?
Yeah, I
Some of the
know.
Mac and Cheese Festival.
Yeah, this is the first year it's happening, the Mac and Cheese Festival. We've got a whole cook-off. We've got live music, crafts, as with any festival. But it's right down here at the Courthouse Square, so you definitely don't want to miss it. Because, I mean, who doesn't love mac and cheese? It's a classic dish.
Yeah, well, and people do their spin on classic mac and cheese, and so it's really, really interesting. I will tell you, just today at lunch, just today, my wife and I did the rest of our leftovers from the weekend. We were fortunate enough to head out for a birthday celebration to Ruth's Chris, and they had lobster mac and cheese, and it was the best thing. Her comment, it was really interesting. She said, next time I go, I'm not ordering a steak. I'm ordering just lobster mac and
Lobster
cheese. It's a
mac.
perfect meal, some protein, some carbs, some cheese, got some dairy, and it is phenomenal. And so I look forward to people really bringing it for our
Absolutely.
first mac and cheese festival.
Absolutely. And I mean, we love to cook down here in South Louisiana. So I already know that the cook-off contestants are going to do amazing. So
Right. And so it's really neat because it's a festival benefiting the Gulf Coast Social Services, something I've
Absolutely.
always been a part of and very familiar with as a social worker. They do some incredible work. And so for the
Yes.
funds to be able to go for resources for them, because I can tell you the great work that they do, there's a lot of volunteers, a lot of help. They don't always have the sponsorships and the monies that they need. But just really, really cool. So, Gabby, thanks for recapping all of those. I know we're looking forward to talking about the Bayou Arts Fest. We're going to do that with Jeannie here in just a little bit. But I love being able to see what's coming. Like I told you, I had somebody that calls me all the time. They want to know what's coming up month by month. So we're going to take a short break. We'll come right back, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment. But don't go anywhere. A whole lot more with Carry On. Hello and welcome back to this edition of Carry On Tourism Talks with Explorer Houma. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. As we welcome back Miss Gabby Dishman. Gabby, thanks again for being here.
Fun as always.
I
Thank
know
you.
it. But sitting next to her, very, very glad to have Jeannie Ardouin, who is the Bayou Region Arts Council Executive Director. Jeannie, thanks for coming back.
Thank you for having me again.
We appreciate it. So the Bayou Arts Fest Cultural Collective. This is really cool. We get to do this again.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So tell us a little bit about what we can expect for Gabby. What's going on?
All right. So we are actually partnering with the Bayou Arts Fest, and especially with the Cultural Collective. We're kind of spearheading it, and we're really excited about it. We've got some incredible cultures that are coming together to be this really beautiful melting pot. We've got Mexican culture, Cajun culture. We've got some incredible performers who are coming to perform. And it's, we've got one like the United Houma Nation is doing a friendship circle.
Right.
For one, we've got some performers from Baton Rouge called the Southern Lotus Lion Dance Group.
Okay.
They're an incredible nonprofit. They preserve the art, culture, and traditions of lion dancing, which is really incredible. We've got some hands-on opportunities for kids like beadworking and face painting. And we've also got vendors where you can go and buy these handmade crafts, these paintings, and these incredible traditions and cultures that are really the hard work of the different cultures that surround us in Louisiana.
Right. And so, Jen, this is just a really cool idea. And so we're coming back to it, right?
Yeah, it's really exciting. Our festival has grown so much in 4 years. Like,
Right.
it's kind of crazy. We started on this little bitty thing just in the courthouse square, and then we added the main stage, and then the Cultural Collective, I think, will take on the heart of this festival. It has, and I think it will continue. And then this year we're also adding a theater aspect. So I'm really excited about this.
Really?
We've gotten all the theaters to come together. So La Petite, Thibodeau Playhouse, Sola, a good production, I'm going to forget somebody.
It's okay.
Roads and Roads.
Okay.
There's one more. Lorna's.
Okay.
Lorna's
Oh,
Studio.
wow.
So in front of La Petite Theater, we're going to set up like an amphitheater on the street, and they're going to perform on the steps every 15 minutes of different performance from a different act, from a different play. It's not any repeats, all day, different performances of the theater.
Wow.
So excited about that.
Listen, I got to tell you, as a thespian of old, or an old thespian, I'm not sure which, that's just really cool. Like, I will tell you, I got to go just to sit and watch that. Yeah. Like, I'll be glad to sit and watch that every 15 minutes.
All day. Like,
you
all
know?
day, just performances from all of these. It came together really quick, kind of last minute, but it's turned out beautifully. And it's just, every year it feels like such an accomplishment. The Cultural Collective last year was such an
What a great addition, huh?
A big deal, a great addition. This is going to be a great addition. This festival just has so much potential to represent everything we want it to represent. And every year maybe just add another piece of art or add another piece of culture. It's got so much room for growth.
Right.
And it grows so much every year. 26,000 people last year. We won the Bayou Regional Bayou Regional Festival of the Year.
Yeah.
So 26,000 people last year in one day.
And listen, would you have ever imagined in the role that you're in as executive director of and the arts is just one of those things that people sometimes get, sometimes don't get. But when you get 26,000 people come out for a day, your area gets it.
Yep.
Your culture's represented. And those people who feel so passionate about it, like you do, and those people that are so involved that understand the arts, not like myself, I can appreciate it, but don't necessarily understand it.
Right.
That's so very cool. So congratulations on the award, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And for us, it's so great to work for I didn't think I'd ever do nonprofit work. To be able to work for a nonprofit and all the money we get to just put right back in. So last year we did the art supplies to the Bayou communities.
Right.
This past year from our proceeds the year before, we've been doing something called Notes for Kids.
Right.
Where we get the band instruments. And we've given out $25,000 worth of instruments in the last 3 weeks to
$25,000 worth. I don't want to understate that. $25,000 worth of instruments in the last 3 weeks.
In the last just
to
since school
bands,
started
to
fourth graders going to fifth grade, and so it's not going to the school. It's not going to. It's going straight to that kid. They get to have ownership.
Student.
They get to take pride in it, and that has been one of the most gratifying things I have ever done in my life. So when people come out to the festival, whether it's buying a burger, buying a beer, buying a water, that money is going to buying instruments for kids. Our flag sponsorships, we're doing just a specific sponsorship for $1,000. You will know which two kids your money went to. And then you also get the VIP passes, which is a great addition. Really quick, we do a VIP bourbon room. We got the best bourbon. We got a bottle of Pappy to raffle off.
Holy cow.
We got some really good bourbon.
I don't even know bourbon, and I know that name.
So it took me 3 years to get it, but we finally got it. So that's also another great addition to the festival.
I love it.
But all support goes to this, just straight back into getting
students things that they wouldn't necessarily be able to get before. Put the flyer back up one more time, Dwayne, if you don't mind. Want to make sure that people are aware that you can come out to the Bayou Arts Festival. It is the Bayou Arts Fest, free admission, but bring your money. It's necessary. We need it. Saturday, October 11th, 2025, downtown Houma, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Every 15 minutes in front of La Petite, you can get something new to experience with all of the different people in the arts who do theater around the area. Of course, Knock New and Wamatusa coming, Canebreakers. Waylon Thibodeau, Cantina Flies, you don't want to miss it. It's an all-star player, and they have some Bayou Star All-Stars coming out as well. So very, very cool. Thank you all so very much, Gabby. I appreciate it. Jeannie, so very exciting to have this win an award and for us to see how it gets bigger every year, bringing new things. It's really cool. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And that'll do it for this edition of Explore Houma. Don't go anywhere. Got a whole lot more right here on Bayou Time.